Good morning. Today is October 20th, 2014, and it is currently 8:30 a.m. Thank you for tuning in to 207 North B News. Today we will be discussing a trade mission that occurred earlier this week from October 12th to 17th in Mumbai, India, led by the Honorable Ed Fast, Minister of International Trade, together with Robert D. Shirt, Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Justice. This was a 6-day, 3-city mission that occurred in Mumbai, Delhi to Chandigarh, India, to boost Canada's and India's trade and investment partnership. We have our on-the-scene reporter, Chami Huwamaduma, with EdFast right now in Mumbai, India. So Chami, before further going into detail about this trade mission, do you mind explaining to our viewers what exactly a trade mission is?
Yes, of course, Julia. So a trade mission is essentially an international trip by government officials and business people that is organized by agencies of national or provincial governments for purpose of exploring international business opportunities. So EdFast, thank you for being with us here today and for willing to answer further questions.
No problem, Chami. It's always a pleasure.
So before getting into the actual trade mission, could you give us a little, inside fact about India?
Oh sure, no problem. Well, first things first. India has a mixed economic system and is classified as a developing country by the United Nations.
Wow.
Over the years, their GDP annual rates have drastically gone up.
Whoa.
They are neither socialist nor capitalist, but somewhere in the middle. Narendra Modi, leader of the BJP, is the 15th and current Prime Minister of India in office since the 26th of May 2014. Since then, India is left collapsing and they're politically heading towards the right.
Now, why did this trade mission mainly take place?
Well, you see, India is a priority market under Canada's Global Markets Actions Plan, the blueprint for creating jobs and opportunities for Canadians through trade. India is also a priority market under Canada's International Education Strategy, a key element of GMAP, and is the second largest source of foreign students studying in Canada.
Wow, so the overall objective of this trade mission was to ensure that Canadians always have jobs and opportunities through the trade we undergo?
Yes, that's correct.
Wow. And how did you ensure that India remains a blueprint for creating jobs and opportunities for Canadians throughout the trade?
I met with Jit Singh, India's Minister of State of the Ministry of Science and Technology, and launched a call for proposals for joint research and development projects under the Canada-India Science and Technology Corporation Agreement.
And what does that all mean in relationship with Canada?
In India, Canada is represented by the High Commission of Canada in New Delhi. Canada also consulates general in Bengaluru and Mumbai, and trade offices in Chennai, Hyderabad, and Calcutta. According to Statistics Canada, bilateral merchandise trade between Canada and India in 2011 totaled approximately more than $5.2 billion, an increase of 23.4% in 2010. With more than 1,200 Canadian businesses already active in India and hundreds more pursuing opportunities there, I provide on-the-ground support to Canadian investors and businesses.
Opportunities such as what for Canadians in what sectors?
Well, Chami, there's a wide range of sectors really, including aerospace, agriculture, food, beverages, automotive, defense and security, education, information, communications technologies, infrastructure, oil and gas, life sciences, and mining.
Wow, with all these opportunities, there must be some risks. What are the main ones you can think of to share with our viewers today?
Well, some risks included are the basic customs duty, which is essentially a standardized tax that applies to all goods imported into India. It may be calculated either as a percentage of the value of the goods or at a specified rate that depends on the type of goods. There's also countervailing duty, which is used to protect Indian goods that are manufactured domestically. An additional countervailing duty may be levied but can't exceed 4% of the BCE. Furthermore, anti-dumping duties, which apply to specific goods imported from specific countries, are intended to prevent harm to domestic industry. Moreover, safeguard and protective duties can be imposed if imports of a regular product increase until they threaten serious damage to Indian producers of directly competitive products. Lastly, the customs handling fee is a big issue not only with India, but also several other nations. The Indian government assesses 1% customs fee on all imports. However, every trade mission comes with some risks, but we must be optimistic it works out, because results such as these would be tremendous.
Wow, that was truly insightful. Thank you for elaborating more on this mission trade that you underwent, which I am certain we will be hearing about a lot more in the future. Signing off 207 North B News. Julia, it's back to you.
Thank you, Charlie. Remember to tune in at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for Sports Zone for the highlights of the Leafs' domination against the Penguins. This is Julia Late, signing off. Until further ado, have a wonderful